And welcome back to NATChat. I'm Mirella Rich. If you've just joined us, we're here with medical Dr. John Green. We're talking about a plant-based diet and fitness and exercise. Welcome back to the program.
Oh, thank you.
Now, can you tell us, have you got any recipes you can give people maybe to start their diet off with, their new plant-based diet?
I can give you a nice ice cream recipe.
Okay.
It's very easy. If you keep these things already in your freezer, then when the time comes to make your ice cream, it's kind of like instant. So, for example, soy, if you can keep some soy milk in the freezer frozen, some bananas frozen, just keep them handy. Take the
Peel
skin
them
off
first
before you put them in the freezer.
Yeah, I've done it the other way around.
And so when you're ready to make your ice cream, you need a good blender to blend everything together. You'll need some nice cold soy milk. Put some in the blender. Get your frozen soy from the freezer and cut it, and stick some of that in the blender, according to your, according to your taste. Some frozen banana, some nuts, a little bit of vanilla, all right, a bit of cinnamon, and what else? Berries, makes a nice ice cream, and then press the on button, make sure the lid's on, and 10 seconds you got ice cream. It's yummy.
Beautiful.
Yummy.
Another way
and healthy.
You can do that, I think it's like a champion juice or something, and you get frozen bananas and you put it down and it turns into like whipped ice cream when it comes out.
It's yummy.
It's really delicious.
That's good.
And then you can sprinkle carob powder on it, which is perfectly natural, and it's like chocolate, and sultanas on top. Or peanuts.
Yeah, so it's about creativity. It's just having fun. I mean, the kitchen is the play area.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have such a good time in the kitchen, make a mess and make things that are nice and yummy and healthy.
Yeah, and you don't feel like you're missing out, because you can actually make things to taste like they would, like you can make chocolate, but you just use carob powder and maybe a bit of raw honey.
Yeah.
And mix it together with a little bit of water. It tastes like normal chocolate, except it's all pure and natural.
Yeah. Be careful with honey if you've got a little bit of a sugar problem or a weight problem, because it's very rich in calories.
Or add sultan, or blend sultan or fruit with it.
Use fruit to make your sweet things.
Yeah, I've done it that way. And you can make like cheese. How do you make cheese without being a vegan?
Look, there's lots of things you can use to make nice cheeses. Again, you can make it raw. There's lots of herbs and spices and nuts and seeds.
Yeah, sunflower seeds.
And again, soy and greens. See, greens are the critical thing to have in your diet most of all. Yeah. Especially green leaf, because green leaf is the most nutrient-rich food on the planet. And nutrient-rich means high in nutrients and low in calories. Yeah. That's why green leaf, just go for it every day. Staple diet.
Okay.
Understand?
And do you feel very healthy now? How would you describe your health and fitness level?
Oh, but for a couple of broken ribs, it's getting there. It's getting there. About average.
And do you think
for me?
And do you think it's better to exercise indoors or outdoors? Have you got an opinion on that?
Oh, both. I mean, we can exercise in different ways constantly, around the clock. Exercise the mind, exercise physically. Breathing exercise are things you can do anywhere. Yeah. Just practice taking a big deep breath through your nose, stretch your breathing at least once a day. Do a squat once a day, so that you're exercising your spine and you're brainwashing your mind into correct posture. Yeah. See.
And what gives you the most satisfaction about being a doctor?
Oh, look, it's a privilege to be able to get into people's lives, to know people.
Because they'd share a lot with you, wouldn't they?
That intimacy with people, that they trust you to put their lives in your hands for direction. It's a great. I've never had a moment of regret. I love it.
And have you watched people improve over the years that you've seen, then come back and you see them getting better?
Yeah, that's what I love going to work for, because people come in and say, they're making. You can see it.
Making progress.
They're making progress. They're making breakthroughs, and that's the fun bit. Yeah, I love that.
Wow. And how many years have you been a doctor for?
Qualified in when I was 25.
Oh, so 70 years ago. I'm joking. Wow. So this has been your one career all the way through, or did you do other things before 25? Oh, you would have been studying the whole time.
Pretty much medicine.
Yeah.
Grew up in health.
Wow. And tell us about your experience in the USA with Juliana.
Oh, Juliana's a chef in Santa Monica, Los Angeles, who I sort of got inspired to train under. His restaurant is just near Hollywood, and he's got an amazing kitchen, amazing restaurant. The food is to die for. His book is actually worth getting a copy of. I don't know if you can see that, but his book called Raw, the Uncooked Book, was my first book that I used to start making food when I became vegan back in about 8 or 9 years ago. And it's totally raw, totally vegan, and totally organic. Now that's a tough call. It's a real discipline. But with inspiration from a guy like Giuliani, you can do it. It's doable.
And he's 100% raw, is he?
Totally raw. Now he has a few things in there in his recipes that you've got to be careful of. A little bit, likes a bit of salt, and he likes a bit of honey, and he likes a bit of oil. You just need to be aware of those.
That's all right
things.
if it's like sea salt, and if it's raw honey, and if it's virgin oil, extra virgin oil.
Just be careful if you're carrying calories. If you've got a weight issue, if you're a bit diabetic, those things, or blood pressure, you need to keep those things to a minimum, if not exclude them. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the best ones are basically just fresh fruit from the trees, vegetables from the garden.
Try and aim for raw 75%, cooked 25%, and you've got a balance that's pretty good.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And keep and supplement with vitamins. Get some good supplements happening, because if you don't get those nutrient levels up in your tissues, guess what? You're not going to have the edge. So we can measure the nutrient density in a person's tissues now.
Okay. Thanks so much for coming on the program.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
You've been watching NATChat. I'm Mirella Rich, and our guest was John Green. Hope you enjoyed the program.